It's like, okay, you guys, what's going on here? And then, like we said last week, next it's going to be, she had this for dinner. Here was the conversation. It's like, stop it.
Oh, it's just too much. And then you add in, Patrick Mahomes' wife, Brittany. And I don't know if you're familiar with his brother, but his brother does not have a good track record. And he's popping up, and I'm like, I just want to watch the game. I don't want all this whole side circus going on.
Right. We love football. Let's stick to the football.
Yeah, so let's stick to the football. And here's the deal. Kansas City has won 7 straight AFC West championships. And Patrick, it looks like there's no end in sight. I was hoping the Lightning Bolts might rise up this season and give Kansas City some good games this year. Maybe, at least stay on their heels. It sure doesn't look like it. And actually, Justin Herbert's had a couple wins on the road in Kansas City in his career. So if there's a team that could do it, if there's a quarterback that could do it, it would be the Chargers and Justin Herbert. But man, they just couldn't get it done yesterday. And Kansas City, Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce look better than ever.
Right. I mean, I hear what you're saying. It's like he does have the talent to do it, Justin Herbert does. But it just seems like now it's becoming a thing where the Chargers cannot get over the hump. And it seems to be getting worse and worse and worse the more they go here with Staley as head coach.
Yeah, you just nailed it. Brandon Staley, the head coach of the Chargers, definitely on the hot seat. I haven't heard any rumors like a fire is imminent or anything like that, but you'd have to imagine for Brandon Staley, the clock is ticking on his time unless there's some huge turnaround before now and the end of the regular season, maybe a deep playoff run. I don't know what that's going to look like to save his job, but he is definitely on the hot seat right now.
I think he's done for sure after this year.
Unless they turn it around and win the Super Bowl, Patrick.
Right. It's the only way.
He's got to do something pretty miraculous to save his job. So that's the Chargers. That's your Swiftie update. The Rams, man, they had the Steelers right where they wanted them on Sunday in L.A. with the lead in the fourth quarter, but Pittsburgh comes back 2 fourth quarter touchdowns to steal a win on the road, pun intended, by the Steelers.
Right. Kenny Pickett plays well enough to get it done. You know what I mean? It's like his talent is questioned a little bit. He was kind of the opposite of Justin Herbert, but now he's kind of coming along. And then he's got a solid coach, and they got the defense. And it's like, hey, look at this kid.
Yeah, you know what? Keep an eye on the Steelers. They're probably not in the top 2 or 3 teams in the AFC when you talk about who might win the AFC and go to the Super Bowl, but Pittsburgh's kind of sneaky good. Like you mentioned, Mike Tomlin, their head coach, he's been around the block. He knows what he's doing. They got a pretty good defense, and Kenny Pickett in the offense. They got a Najee Harris at running back, Pickens at receiver. That's a young core that's kind of growing up together. So that was a significant road win for them against a Rams team who last couple of weeks, man, they've been playing a lot better, a lot of good football.
The Steelers have not been ravaged by injury yet either, and dare I say there's a little bit of gelling going on. There's a gelling process that's happening with them.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember the opening weekend, the 49ers beat them pretty handily, and I'm like, oh, man. Not that I'm a Steelers fan, but I kind of thought, hey, the Steelers might have a good team this year. You might have to keep an eye on them in the AFC. They might be a contender to win that division and maybe challenge Kansas City and Cincinnati and Buffalo, for the top teams. Didn't look like that way in the first game against the 49ers, but they sure look like they're progressing and, like I said, kind of growing up together as the season goes along.
Right.
So, big. Hey, what about your Seahawks? They also won. So they continue to surprise me. And Jake Bobo out of UCLA, man, this guy's a stud receiver. Who knew?
Absolutely unbelievable catch, possibly the catch of the year, where really he was falling out of bounds and he somehow snuck that foot in. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, I saw that catch in the when I saw the highlight. They almost made it sound routine, like, oh, and a great catch by Bobo in the corner. I'm like, great catch. Like, that might be catch of the year. Like, it was amazing. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, that was a big win for them against Arizona in divisional play.
Charbonnet is on the team as well. Pete likes those UCLA kids, even though the USC connection.
Ironically, yes, he likes the Bruins. Okay, so the Seahawks will keep it in the division as we wrap up NFL talk. The 49ers versus the Vikings on Monday Night Football. Here's what you need to know. 49ers still banged up. Deebo Samuel will not play. Christian McCaffrey probably going to play, but not going to be 100%. And our guy Alexander Madison, the pride of San Bernardino High School, hopefully he has a big game. Not too big against my 49ers, but a big game tonight for the Vikings.
Yeah, Monday Night Football, one of the only reasons that makes a Monday good, and we get to watch an IE kid, so that's cool.
Yes, I'm definitely tuning in to Monday Night Football tonight. Let's talk some college football over the weekend, Patrick. It was kind of a rough weekend, I would say, for our Pac-12 teams. We got to start with USC losing to Utah and essentially taking their name out of the running for a national championship, or at least the college football playoff at the end of the season. So USC losing to Utah 34-32 on that field goal at the end. Painful loss for the Trojans.
Yeah, but I mean, we do see a little bit of this coming because we do know Utah is a pain in the ass.
Yeah. They always are, right?
Yes.
Even when they don't have like big name like star players or whatnot, Utah is always good, man. So they're always tough, and for them to beat USC at the Coliseum going on the road, USC should have won that game. But again, they can't play defense. You can only play with fire for so long before you get burned, and that's exactly what happened with the Utes.
Huge win for Utah.
Yeah, and if you're a Pac-12 football fan, I guess it was a victory for the conference that Washington was able to hold off a pesky Arizona State squad. So if you want to see some West Coast representation in the college football playoff, right now the Huskies look like the best chance, and they went down to the end, but they barely won against the Sun Devils to keep that hope alive.
Right, and they do seem legit in that, after their big win at Oregon, here comes the letdown. And it started to happen a little bit, but they were able to pull themselves together and realize that they are a good team. Even getting that win, I know it was a little bit uglier.
It was.
But that shows me that, you know what, they may be legit, because most teams, you have that letdown after you slay a big team like Oregon, who's very good.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're exactly right. The letdown, and it was real. The letdown was real, but they actually, got a score late. It was not pretty. I thought Arizona State should have won that game, but the Huskies won, and they keep their hopes alive for maybe a national championship, at least stay in the running for that. Baseball, some big games tonight. We got Rangers and Astros in the American League Championship Series. Game 7 tonight, winner take all. The winner will move on to the World Series. And the Phillies are up right now 3-2 against Arizona, so the World Series could be locked in tonight if the Phillies and whoever wins the ALCS.
Man, I know it's a basketball term, but it does come from our very own Reggie Miller from Riverside. There's no two bigger words than Game 7.
It's like the whole season boils down to one game. It's the whole season, everything you worked for coming down to just one game. And for the Rangers and Astros, it's been a fantastic series. Yeah. A lot of drama, a lot of big home runs. It's been a lot of fun, and it all comes down to a Monday night ALCS game. It's crazy.
Even some fisticuffs.
Yes,
going on. It's getting chippy. They want it bad, both teams.
Yeah. Oh man, it's been a fantastic series. I know it's maybe painful for Dodgers and especially Angel fans to watch this. Yeah. Two teams from the AL West duke it out, but it has been really a great series. And then, like I said, the Phillies one win away from advancing as well. And finally, Patrick, some basketball. We got the Lakers opening the season tomorrow night on the road at the defending NBA champions, the Denver Nuggets. So we're going to see what the Lakers are all about right out of the gate as they go up against the best of the best.
Man, this is a great time of year. Hockey just about to get underway. The NBA starts. We got baseball going on. Football's in full swing. For a sports freak, this is a great time of year.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep track of it all. Like tonight, I got my 49ers playing. They're playing my guy Alexander Madison. We got these two huge baseball games. I'm like, I can't take all this. There's too much going on. I need more TVs.
I love it, man. Get your TVs out and do your thing. Pep, we will check in with you on Thursday, and we'll see the aftermath of what's going to happen tonight, man. It's going to be great. Tell them how to get your stuff.
When all the dust settles, you can always get my stuff at Inland Sports, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Inland Sports on the old YouTube channel. We got stuff with Alexander Madison on YouTube, so check it out. Inland Sports.
Thanks, Pep. Perfect, dude.